Good morning. Welcome to the studio at Two Girls Treasure. I'm Diane Pruitt. We are live in Florence, South Carolina, and we're going to explore the ancient Japanese art of Kintsugi. If you're Japanese and I just butchered that in Southern American, I'm very sorry. I did try to practice it, but saying it and doing it, I think, are probably going to be equally as challenging. So let's see what we can do. I have some materials on the table. I'm going to try to move this lamp without knocking the whole world over. Because I would like a little bit better visual on our table. Let's see if that helps. It's still right in the way. Oh, I think that's going to be much better. We can leave these pieces right here because that's what we're going to be using. Kintsugi. Usually it's the art of repairing pottery with gold material. And we're going to do that, but we're going to do that our way. Of course we are. So we're going to take this beautifully broken window. This is a giant window, y'all. Nobody wants this because it's broken. Oh, it's broken. I can't do anything with that. Oh, it's broken. Will you take less? You know, I probably would. However, just like so many of the other products that we have that need work because they're old, people don't necessarily, most people don't necessarily want to invest the time in repairing something when the one right next to it's not broken. Now I'm reaching for my tape. Miss Cindy's going to be in today, and we're going to need tape because her project's going fabulous. But we're going to use this tape on these broken edges. One, so we don't push through because, I'll push on something till it breaks. And two, that will help distinguish exactly where we are going to work this piece over. Now I'm going to tape along the broken road here. Here we go. Yeah, we definitely need to reinforce that because it's a little bit flexy. So we're going to tape all of these areas. Plus, when we put our gold material on, it won't sink through. And hopefully it won't adhere our tape to this side of the glass. If it does, we'll get out the Goo Gone. We'll get out something. This window is going to need some love and some work. There's a nice chunky hole right here at the top. There's a lot of flaking paint. Of course, we're going to do our work before we get to any of that work, because I will need to take this outside and dust off this flaky paint. But I didn't think you wanted to see all that first thing this morning. Ooh, that glass is not level right there. Good morning. Would I rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow? A tree grow or a knee grow? I'm not sure that is a very appropriate question. So if you're here to create problems, you just take those little issues that you have, you go sit down with God for a few minutes and you pray about it, and then you come back and you're welcome to apologize to me and everyone else, because this is 2026. Who are you? I mean, seriously? Go home. Your mama's looking for you. Don't come here with that nonsense. Go away. Go away. apologize first. Because you are so immature. Y'all, please forgive the immaturity of some people. Please forgive them. God does. I try and I fall so short sometimes. All right. We're going to move along. I'm not going to say I'm the most mature person, but I have better moments than that. I have my whole bag, and of course, my gold is right on top because that's what we're looking for. I am going to clean this glass with our prep. We're going to be careful because that glass is broken. I'm going to go ahead and spray this other side while I'm here because I'm here. There we go. We'll set the prep out of the way. If you've never used Rethunk Junk paint products, if you have and you love them, this is the week to save. We have kicked off our annual warehouse sale. Hello, thank you for being here. We have kicked off our annual warehouse sale and we have inventoried some Rethunk Junk paint products, and we have some deals for you. We really do. So we have some specially marked packages of Rethunk Junk paint, pints, and quarts. We also have some metallics, so don't leave those out. And you will find special prices on them. If you are not subscribed to our email list, when we're done here today, hop on over there, subscribe to our email list, and I had put out an email. It went out yesterday evening. I left out some very important details about the Rethunk Junk, the Iron Orchid designs, the Penta art, the decoupage paper. So make sure you hop on over there, take a look at our website. The on sale and clearance tab is the first one. If you're in California and you're trying to order, or New Mexico or Washington State or Oregon, shipping is extraordinary. Please just note that. Shipping is outrageous these days, but I do have some amazing furniture shippers, and it's what they do for a living, but it's what they do for a living. So they're not going to be cheap or free. And you need to be mindful of the distance between us so that you are not shocked when we come back with $1,000 delivery fee on something that's on sale for like $50. Just note that when you take a look. But down further toward the bottom of the homepage, you will see a place to sign up for the email. Go ahead and do that today. And when we're done here this morning, we will be working toward a new email addressing our DIY products. Now we have gold metallic dust. This is a very, very fine dust, the kind that you should probably wear a mask when you work with. This is metallic gold, also a very fine material. So you, again, want to wear a mask when working with these products. Clear resin. If you missed last week's tutorial, make sure you wear gloves. I have my gloves. Make sure you have on some safety glasses. You don't want it to splash in your eyes. And if you have breathing problems, wear your mask. Make sure, no matter what you do, that you're in a well-ventilated area. We have 20-foot ceilings in here. We have the air conditioning on. We are in a very well-ventilated area, so I am not overly concerned about pouring resin in here. We do it all the time, y'all. Now, I've got a lot of product on the table. And I don't want to make too much of a mess on the glass. Let's get our gloves on. Make sure you've got a good pair of gloves. I love these. Love these. This week, buy your Alumilite clear cast products from Two Girls Treasure in store or online. I'll make sure you have the gloves. You need these. All right, and I'm going to refill my little spray bottle of alcohol. We used it up the other day. Why would we use alcohol? If you're not familiar with pouring resin, let me introduce you. Clear cast resin, any resin, epoxy, is a chemical reaction. And in our clear cast, you will get bubbles as a result of mixing and as a result of stirring. And to off gas, to pop those bubbles, we spray it with alcohol. I don't use a torch. I try not to use my heat gun anymore because you know what? This is easier and safer. I got the little spray pen from Pentart. We carry those here at Two Girls Treasure. Let me get a sip of coffee and move this completely out of the way. Thanks for that. But it's so much easier to just simply spray the alcohol and carry on with my life. Now I want to try two different things. This is all new to us, so let's see what we're doing, how we do it. The light's making me look kind of dark at top. So let's, I want to get out the metallic gold. I'm not going to use the dust right off, but this is just a polycolor resin powder. It is from Alumilite, and you want to be careful with this. Avoid contact with your eyes and skin. Do not breathe in this dust. Make sure when you open it, you open it away from your face. These powders are really amazing to work with, but you've got to remember what your product is. This is not non-toxic. Now, I don't mind it because it just doesn't bother me. I love working with our resin products. I'm going to tip you down to the window so you can see. Hopefully that's, yeah, exactly where we need to be. And I'm going to put the light on it. So where you see the tape is where the glass is broken. Now we have a hole right here, so that's where I'm going to start. And I'm going to fill the hole with the powder. The rest of the crack, I'm going to just dust over with the brush to see if I can get the gold to seat itself in the crack, and I think it will. And I think ultimately, if I were doing this absolutely the way the Japanese would do it, this would be in pieces, and then you'd put it back together. And it would be pottery, not glass. But I don't really want to take the glass apart because I might not be able to put it back together. And that's not what we're going for here. So what I want to do is get as much of the gold into that crack as possible. And I think it's going to work. We're going to try it anyway. If it doesn't work, we'll try something different. Now, because it's clear resin, we can't just experiment on one. We have to like pretty much do the whole thing. And then we have to hope that what we do works, because with clear resin, you have to let it sit up. And I know this one will work because the glass is separated. And all of this extra, I'm going to scoop with my paintbrush. I'm going to keep mushing it into the crack. This is not something I want to use my fingers to do. Normally, you just mush things down in the crack with your finger. This is glass. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And we have a nice big hole right there at the very top. And we'll backfill that with resin as well. And that's another reason why I wanted to go ahead and tape the entire crack. I want to hold it together, but I also want to fill those holes. Now, a little bit of this product goes a really long way. This crack doesn't want to cooperate quite the same, but we're going to keep on smushing gold in so we can make it work. I'm going to go ahead and dust it. I'm going to close this because I have what I need right this minute. I'm going to step around to the side, y'all. I hope you can still, I'm sort of in view. There we go. I'm at the very edge of this one pane. But this window's been calling to me for a little while, and I keep looking at it, trying to figure out how I can correct this. And I believe this is going to be the way. I hate to just see it sit there. And because the majority of the broken glass is still intact, I'd really like to try to keep it in place. The gold is not going in that crack right there very much. I think it is. I think I just can't see it real well. There we go. Just a little pressure on the glass. Not much because I don't want to knock it out. But just enough for me to scoop that in there. Same thing here. This one's separated, so getting the gold in between here was not difficult. Now it wants to sit back together. This one, same thing. This one was easy. All right, now that we have the gold dust in the cracks of the glass, all right, this one has to go to the wayside. And I'm going to take a larger brush, this one right here. And I'm going to try to scoop the gold so we can do a little bit of a cleanup around it. We'll grab another paper towel, just a light piece, and a little bit of prep. Shake it down. And let's get the gold off everywhere except the crack in the glass. So a little bit of a mess, a little bit of a cleanup. Oh, and company. Let's go. I want to touch it so bad, but I don't want to touch it. I don't want to damage my fingers. Let me go see who's coming in. I'll be right back. Good morning. How are you today? I'm good. You came back for more. Oh my goodness. Buy all four, I'll take 25% off. Oh, okay. Good? All right. Got them. You're welcome. I'm going to lean them right here. Take the tags. You go right ahead, love. You let me know when you're done shopping, love. I'll be right here. I'm working on a broken window. Okay, honey. Whenever you're ready. All right. Thanks for your patience. All right, let me finish cleaning up these edges. And I think I might leave some of that gold in the area of the brakes, just so we have that little starburst. Now, I'm not going to resin the whole window. I'm going to resin these cracks. And clean up around them, because that's the only place I want this gold. And I know I said I should not touch, and you know I'm going to. If you know me, you know I'm going to. If I cut myself, I'll just get a Band-Aid. It'll hurt. I might even cry. But I won't do it twice, will I? I'll do it 3 times. Just because that's who I am. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Let's mix our resin. I'm going to put a paper towel down, and I'm going to put an alcohol wipe under it, because I don't want the glass to get covered with resin. Now, ultimately, I should have the table cleaned off so that we don't have this worry, but here we are. It's time for our annual warehouse sale, and that's where my total focus has been. So I didn't clean the table off from last week. All right. We've got our pieces and parts. We've got side A and side B of our clear cast resin. We do not need a whole lot. You know, it's hard for me to pour just a little bit, but I am going to make every effort to pour 5 mils of each side, which I still think is going to be too much, but I have some other pieces I can pour. We want 5 mils of side A. That's it. And set that down, grab our other, and we want 5 mils of side B. I know you can't see me measuring this, but I'm trying to hold it up where I can see in the light so that I pour it correctly. Make sure you pour evenly when you are pouring your resin product. No matter what brand you use, make sure you're pouring evenly. All right. And that is our side B. Let me wipe that off my stick. Now, before I stir, I'm going to add just a touch of metallic to the mix. And this is where I'm going to bring in the dust, the gold metallic dust. Open it away from your face because when this stuff starts flying, it's just like little tracers. If you've ever seen tracers in your eyes, that's what this does. Just a little piece. All right, and close it back so we don't spill it. Little tracers. Don't have the fan on when you're doing this. So I'm going to stir really well so that our side A and side B are mixed also, so that our gold dust is mixed in really well. I probably used too much gold dust, but you know, more is more. It works for me. And I'm going to sacrifice an old crusty paintbrush to do this. I want one that's not completely fuzzy, because once I put that paintbrush in this resin, it is over for it. And I do have pipettes. They're at the bottom of my bag. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these 2 holes. So I am going to use my stick for that, and I'm going to drip some down in there, and I'm going to leave it alone so it will settle. Same thing up here. And we'll just fill that gap. Nice. That turned out nice. I'm probably going to overfill this top one just a little bit. This one's already full, so we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to set my stick down and grab my brush. So stay with me while I move around. And I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you being here. Now we're just going to tap over the line the same way we did with the dry gold. It's kind of like a barbecue rub. You want just enough. And you want it down that line. Now, this being an experiment and all, our hope would be that this will hold the glass back together so that once we're done, we don't have to worry about the separation. We don't have to worry about it breaking again. If it does, we'll do it again, and we'll do more, and we'll do it differently. But for right now, this is all an experiment with a broken window pane that nobody wants. So let's see if we can make it into something a little more desirable. Oh goodness, I think we have more company. So I'm going to fill this, and I will post the finished photographs on our Facebook page. Again, make sure you find our Facebook page, Two Girls Treasure, and be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. And this week is all about the glass. I do have a goal in mind, and I do have a very specific project that we're going to get to on Wednesday for a very special lady. So stay tuned for the week and make sure that you check out our on sale and clearance items on our website. See if there's something special. If you are not in the state of South Carolina, just please understand shipping is out of my control. I will do the best I can for you. We are focused on clearance on our home furnishings, and home furnishings are expensive to move across country. I'm Diane Pruitt, sideways, in the studio at Two Girls Treasure in Florence, South Carolina. Come back and join me tomorrow, and we will continue working on this window piece. And then Wednesday morning, we have a very, very special project in mind. Make sure you tune in for that. Thanks for being here. Y'all have a beautiful day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and trolls, go home. Your mama's looking for you. Bye, y'all.